Hello everyone, I am Susan Burns, the Portland makeup girl. I decided to film a really super easy prom makeup tutorial using all drugstore products. If you want to see this video, keep watching. This look is easy, anyone can do it, it just takes time. I would say devote yourself 2 hours ahead of whenever you need to leave. Straighten your hair, curl your hair. It doesn't have to be fancy. You could totally go get your hair done. I'm never good with hair. I always got my hair done, or I always just like straightened it or just like curled it. You could even just like do like a little like thing where it's like half pulled back. That's really cute. But yeah, don't feel the pressure to make yourself look perfect. Really, I hardly remember my prom. It was 10 years ago, 11 if you count my junior year prom. No one asked me to prom. I cried about it for a while, and then I just decided that I wanted to go. I wanted to have those picture memories for life. I wanted to do my makeup. I wanted to have a dress. I wanted to be like a girly girl and do all that kind of stuff. So I just empowered myself and I went by myself. I went with my friends, but I definitely never had a date. So yeah, just look cute for you. Starting out with some concealer, I'm going to be using the Morphe one, and I'm just kind of going through and covering all of my acne. Before I started this video, I did some moisturizer. You can definitely start with primer if primer is your jam. I just am not into it. Yeah, we're gonna be using the whole bottle. But guess what? We're going to prom, so we want to be cute. And normally I would start out with foundation, but I want this to be a full coverage look. And almost kind of like stage makeup. So I want this to last all night. So this is the best way for getting like a really condensed full coverage look. Obviously concealer is a lot more full coverage than foundation, so I've definitely found over the years that if you get most of your coverage with concealer, it definitely lasts a lot longer. And I'm gonna be looking crazy for a while because I only had like an under eye brightening one, so it's definitely not my color. But also, since I put my moisturizer on and like touched my face and stuff, it made my face like a little bit more red than normal. All right, so next I'm going to be taking a contour color. I'm going to be using just a really cheap one from Sally's. Guys, use any cheap little contouring cream contour for this. And I know I still have not done my foundation, but I'm gonna go through and give myself a little bit of warmth first, and then I'm gonna go through and do foundation afterwards. I saw this on Tati's channel, love her, and it's like what Scott Barnes does, who is J-Lo's makeup artist. And obviously if she's wearing this like on stage, then we know it's gonna be lasting super long for you at prom. Yeah, so I look crazy. I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna blend this out. I'm gonna be using a damp beauty blender, and I'm also gonna be spraying it with just a little bit of any kind of spray that you have. And this does not have to be perfect because again, we're going to be going in on this afterwards with foundation and also with some bronzer. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Things that you guys remember doing to prep yourself for prom. I like literally remember I started getting ready so early. Like I gave myself probably like 5 hours to do my makeup. I just remember sitting at my kitchen table with like all my supplies everywhere and just being so detailed, taking forever, but yeah, it's like a really good memory for me. Just because I like really like makeup. So yeah, again, looking crazy. So the foundation that I chose to use is a Rimmel one. I have these two guys right here. One is too dark, one is too light, so I'm gonna mix them together. What I really love about this foundation, it's a matte one. And so you can pick on your face where you want that, that shine to be, that kind of oily look to be. I look crazy. I should stop talking, but I do have more to say, so maybe I'll just like hide down here. So it says on the back, this is a feather light liquid mousse. It blends flawlessly for natural looking all day control. Silky smooth formula leaves a perfectly matte baby soft finish. Its lightweight texture won't feel heavy or greasy. So yeah, that's what I like about this, is it's super lightweight. You don't really feel like it's anything on, and it does not get oily anywhere. And I am just gonna apply these with my little fingers. You could definitely use a brush if you want to. I just I've never really believed in foundation brushes. I don't know why. I just, no matter what one I try, I always much prefer just like the warmth of my hands. Oh, got a little of my eyelashes. Getting crazy. Yes, and I'm gonna go through with my beauty blender, and then I'll kind of go through and see if I need to add any more coverage. Which at this point you could just do as much or as little coverage as you kind of felt comfortable with, which is what I would recommend. You don't have to go as hard as me. I'm definitely gonna make sure like everything is erased. This hair is just gonna drive me crazy. Get out of my way. Here's a pro tip. If you still aren't seeing the coverage that you want, go in with your finger and just lightly, super lightly tap it until you don't see it anymore. Okay. I'm gonna go through with some powder. And I am going around and tapping the powder on as opposed to circling right now. I want to make sure that first I am covered fully with powder. Otherwise, I would just kind of be circling around like foundation and powder. So first that. If you have oily skin, go in with that powder. So now my next round, I'm going to go through and circle. And that's just gonna kind of help buff it in. Sweet. So now we are white as a ghost. I'm gonna go in with some bronzer now. I'm gonna be using the Wet n Wild Palm Beach Ready. I got this this summer. I do enjoy it. However, it is a little bit more bronzy than I like, so I definitely try to go a little bit higher on the cheekbones. So that way it's not just like super sparkly right here. And you do have to really go in with this product. It's not something that's like shows like a lot, which is kind of cute, especially if you are a little bit younger. If anyone is watching this and like really going to prom, please comment your stories below on how you got asked to prom. I really would love to hear. No one ever asked me to prom, like ever asked me to prom. No one ever asked me to a school dance. So if that's you, then look at me now. I mean, I survived. Yeah, no, in high school that always made me like super sad, but I definitely, thinking back now, I had fun with my friends and I did not like need a guy to take me to prom. So yeah, hope you find that energy. So if I was going to prom, I would literally put this bronzer from here all the way down, and I would just make sure I was super like tan looking. I'm gonna kind of go crazy with this bronzer because my face is super white. Okay, I'm not going to contour my nose with this because it is really sparkly, so I'm just going to move on to some cute blush. I wanted to keep this whole look really affordable for everyone, so I did choose the Jaclyn Hill palette to do the most of this look. Here, let's see how many shades. There's 35 shades in here, and I think it's around $35, so it's a pretty good price if you are saving up for it. I would highly, highly, highly recommend. You can get any look you have out of this palette. I'm going to be going in with the light pink shade and putting on my cheeks. Depending on your skin tone, you could pick any of the shades really in here. I think would be really pretty on different skin tones. But this one I'm picking just because it's like a baby pink and I think it's pretty universal. I mean, if you're super white like me, it's pretty universal, I should say. And I'm just kind of blending this in everywhere. When I get like nervous, I'm really pink, so if you are, I would highly recommend just super blending it in. I'm also going to go in with a little bit of Morphe blush. This is a little blush trio, and I'm going to be using shade Free. It's just another kind of light pink shade. And I'm going to go crazy with the blush. You have to remember that when you're applying makeup for prom looks, you obviously want people with you to think that you look good, but you're gonna have the picture memories for life. I hardly remember my prom, you guys, at all. I remember getting ready for it because that's what I loved, and I have my pictures now and I look back, and it's awesome to see that like my makeup was really cute because it's something that I loved doing myself. But yeah, if you can't afford going to get your makeup done, you absolutely can do it at home. So now I'm going to go through with my powder brush, and I'm going to kind of go in circular motions all around this area, just kind of ensuring that my blush is super blended in. Now, if you want to be super extra, you can bake your cheekbones right here, and that will help them really stand out. And I would just use any kind of translucent powder that you wanted for this. I'm using the, this is actually my favorite powder to bake with. It's the Maybelline Fit Me powder. And I'm just kind of going through and tapping my foundation down everywhere with this powder. That's going to ensure it's going to stay on all night long. So I'm going to be doing kind of a really neutral, light smoky eye. I think this is the best look kind of universally for everyone, depending on what color your dress is. This will go with anything that you wear. So I'm going to be starting out with just a transition shade first. This shade can be any kind of neutral that's just a few shades darker than your skin tone. And that's just going to help us blend really well. So I'm going to grab some more product, and I am going to put the brush directly where the crease of my eye meets the end of my eye, and I'm going to windshield wiper motions up, and I'm just going to go literally back and forth until the color between what I just put on and the top of my eyelid is not so harsh. Doing this, once I have no color on my brush, I do choose then to kind of go up, and I'll show you guys how I do that in 1 minute. Okay, so I'm gonna rub the brush on my hands. I'm gonna make sure there's no color on it, and then I'm gonna go up here between my eyebrow and where I just applied the color, and I'm just gonna kind of blend that color up in little circular motions. And you can see how that kind of took away some of the color at the top, and that's totally fine. That's what we want. We want this base to be so blended. It's going to be our everything. Okay, now I'm going to repeat that process. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Now I'm going to be picking up on a different type of brush. I'm going to be picking up on a brush that looks more kind of flat on the end. Sorry, mine's a little bit dirty with brown, but like I don't want to clean it. So this is going to help us grab a lot of color and blend really easily. So now I'm going to be picking up on a darker brown shade. And I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm not going to go all the way up. I'm just going to go right here and then back and forth right here, just in my outer corner. Like any color you want for this. It could be as dark as you want or as light as you want. You could literally do the same thing with just a little bit darker color than what we originally used, and it would be really pretty as well and a lot more natural. Okay. So now that it looks like this, I'm going to go in with that first brush, and I'm going to be picking up on that same transition shade and helping blend this color up. And I am doing the same thing as I did that first step, and I'm kind of circling and I'm going all the way around. And you can see how originally we just put that color right here, but you can see how it's a little bit up here now, and it just looks a lot more blended. So now I'm going to repeat that process on the other eye. So remember, once I have no product on my brush, and I've verified that by rubbing it on my hands, I'm going to go through, I'm going to blend it all the way to the top of my eyebrow. I do like to wait to do my eyebrows till the end, since I am kind of like roughing them up so much. So for me, I want a little bit more color, so I'm going to repeat that last step with the dark brown and just make it a little bit deeper. And the same thing goes, if you wanted this to be darker, you could totally do this with a black. But I'm going to be doing some eyeliner after this, so I think for me, I am not going to like that, so I'm just going to stick with my brown. Don't be scared to go too high up. I remember in high school I always tried to keep my makeup like on my eyelid only, and my eyes literally looked so small like looking back at pictures, and I was always so scared to like bring eyeshadow all the way up. But you can always kind of go through with concealer and like fix it through there. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Now is the fun part. I'm gonna get my brush a little bit wet, and I'm gonna pick up on a really cute kind of champagne sparkly shade all over my inner corner and inside of my eye. And don't worry about this looking perfect. We're gonna go through and we're gonna blend it afterwards. The idea here is that we are creating more of a wide, an open eye effect, because I'm going slightly above my crease, my natural crease. Okay, now I'm going to pick up on my first blender brush and a little bit of that transition shade, and I'm going to go through and blend this all up. I'm just using the lightest amount of pressure. I don't want to bug that glitter too much. I just don't want any harsh lines. All right, I think that's looking pretty cute. So now I'm going to do the under eye. And I'm just going to pick up on that dark brown shade and do the under eye. And I do like to keep this as close to my eye as possible because I'm going to go through and blend this out after. Whenever I make this face, it reminds me of Miss Miranda Sings. Okay, so now I'm going to pick up on my transition shade and I'm going to blend out the bottom. And by blending, I'm literally just applying the lightest amount of pressure, going slightly into that first shade, but kind of letting the shade have its own little moment. All right, so now I'm going to pick up on the two first colors in the Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm going to highlight everywhere that I want to be brighter. All right, I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna blend this out because if I leave it on too long, it is so powerful that I'll have like harsh lines, which we don't want, right? That's what we learned so far. Now I'm gonna go through. Now I'm gonna go through and I'm going to touch up my eyebrows. I picked up this Morphe eyebrow pencil a couple weeks ago. I am absolutely obsessed with it. It's not as waxy as some of the other products out there, and it just does the job so fast. So if you want to see a tutorial on how to do eyebrows, you can watch some of my other ones. But I'm just going to kind of speed through this because my eyebrows are crazy. Everyone's eyebrows are so different. Just make sure you line the top, line the bottom, and then kind of blend it in with the smooth, with the little spoolie. I'm going to be doing some eyeliner today. I know that everyone I know that in pictures and stuff you can really see the eye a lot more defined with eyeliner. I'm going to be trying out the Milani Stay Put Matte 17-Hour Wear. I've never tried this before. I'm really excited about it. Little baby little thing. So yeah, let's try this. Okay, guys, things are getting out of control. That's why I don't like eyeliner. good. I'm gonna stop there. I'm going to pray to the gods that I can do this on the other eye. Like, really, guys. It'll be a miracle. Somehow, some way, I made it through that. I love this mascara. It was so easy to use. Maybe I just love it because I'm biased and I didn't mess up, and I always mess up. I found the brush, like, it wasn't too like floppy. Like, you know when you start to like do like the other like weird eye that it's not as easy on, and like the brush like bloop, and then it just like creates like an extra line. Like, that did not happen at all. This one's a lot more like bloop, but yeah, I'm happy with it. If you are scared of messing up and you're not good with eyeliner, just skip the eyeliner. Honestly, you don't need it. I never wear eyeliner. You can just take a really thin brush and work some black eyeshadow into your bottom little lid area, and it would be really cute. So while my eyeliner dries, I'm going to move on to lips, and then we'll move back into our fake eyelashes. I wanted to keep lips really simple. I'm going to be trying out the CoverGirl Melting Pout shade 105. Oh, it's super hard to get out of here. So I've been like squeezing, and that's like all I have. It's really cute though, huh? Huh. So I just wanted to go just a little bit kind of like my lip color, but just a little bit different. If you wanted to keep it really easy, you could just go with like the more neutral color in this collection. I really like these though. The color lasts a really long time, and it feels like I'm wearing chapstick, like, honestly. I'm gonna throw some clear gloss over this, and you can use any clear gloss that you want. So let's move on to eyelashes. I'm going to go through and put a really light coat of mascara on my lashes. I really, really love this mascara. It's the Voluminous Lash Paradise by L'Oreal. I think this is as comparable as the Tarte Better Than Sex, and it's much, much, much cheaper. I'll be applying my fake lashes now. I chose the Ardell lashes in the Lift and Define. I do really like these because they give you a little thing right here on what you would want them to do. So if you want them to make your eye longer, I chose to make mine, it says it's the best for hooded eyes. So that to me is gonna tell me that it's gonna like open them more, which I definitely want. I'm gonna take them now and kind of like rough them up just to make this band a little bit more comfortable. I'm gonna do that for a few seconds here. And now I'm gonna grab the top of them and just kind of see how long they are and see if I need to trim them at all. So now I'm going to apply my lash glue on my lashes. I'm going to let them just kind of sit for seconds until it gets tacky, and then I'm gonna throw them on. We are done with that part. Now I'm gonna go through and do mascara. I'm gonna do a little coat through both my top and my bottom lashes. Go ahead and take any old fan brush that you have, and let's highlight with your favorite highlighter. Since we did use a matte foundation, go crazy with this. I go all along with the cheekbone up here. You can go above your eyebrows, go on your nose, you can go on your chin, you can go above your lip, you could go on your nose. Alright guys, that is it. That's the end of this video. What do you guys think? Would you wear this to prom? Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for being a part of my channel. Please, please, please subscribe, like this video. I will see you guys next Tuesday. What do you guys want to see next? Let me know, comment below. I have a lot of really good ideas, but I definitely love doing what you guys want to see. So let me know and I'd be happy to do that.